Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Nani. The episode is because of anime they're currently watching. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about, well, you saw my previous video, so it's the same night that I'm recording this. I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of Hell's Paradise Season 2, man, and this might have to be my favorite episode. The animation was good, but I just feel as though the emotion, the story that I got from this episode was just really heartbreaking, heartwarming, sad, emotional, happy, all the above. And so let's get to it. So we have Shion still firing off all my songs on Walk Out of Heaven by Jagged Edge. The start of this song, the beat, man. Yeah, I love that part. But anyways, no, Shion was pretty much like coming up Shuji because he had come like 2,000 times or whatever like that. The fish to kill Tenzin, like he just kept on going. Like this is basically pure willpower, endurance, and Shion was just going at this character. He was saying what, obviously, with Nuragami and Shion, have a relationship with Tensei, like. Nuragami loved Tensei, and Tensei was Shion's apprentice. And so after what happened last season when Shuji and kill him, they're like, okay, they're kind of revenge. I'm pretty sure they'll kind of sell this next season. So here we are, and Shion said something that was like very like, it got me, man. He says, I can't feel sadness, I can't feel angry, I can't cry. I can't do anything until you are dead. Until I kill you, that's when I can feel it. So the fact that he has not felt anything after, seeing his apprentice, even though he didn't see his apprentice die, he left him. Even though he didn't see his apprentice die, it's just, he couldn't feel anything. It's just, you always feel something when, anytime you have someone close to you, you always feel, you feel like you're an emotional wreck, right? But the fact that he didn't feel anything, until I have to kill his killer, that's a lot of, like, emotional control that he's doing. Like, it is very difficult to, like, get your mindset in a battle, right? Like, when you're on the path of revenge, it can be messing with your psyche, which, yes, Shion was on the path of revenge, right? But, like, he didn't let his emotions take over him in the fight. Like, he did say, the victims never forget. Something along those lines, right? But it was just sad, man. Just really sad. And his past, it was even more sad. Like, they put on an act. They put on him and his mom report. He put made-up scars on him to make him, like, someone technically in the spine, which he was born blind. Like, I think to myself, wait, did his mom make him blind? I would have been like, yo, that would have been one of the worst mother words ever. Like, making your son blind on purpose to make some money? Like, that's crazy. But no, I mean, they only lied about the scars. He really was blind. But they were trying to make ends meet. He made ends meet by, dodge people's attacks because he's blind. So he's a very talented guy, use those earnings, become a Yamana. And so it was to help his mom out. And, he kept his past to himself. Like, keep that past until the day he dies. And we do see a younger Tenza. And Tenza said, oh man, Master, you're great. You inspire me. I look up to you. When Shion says, no, I look up to you. And I'm like, God damn, man. Oh, he always kept saying, I'm seeing that image of Tenza crying, angry because we couldn't help him. He kept crying, everything. It's also, I forgot to mention, Jujin, eventually get to his her other form, I forgot what it's called, but gives it to her form, and you think that she's has enough energy. She was like, no, I can see through your shit. Like, no, it's a battle of endurance. You're out of breath just like me. And so we're gonna keep on fighting. Like I said, Shion keeps on fighting. Able to cut, Zushin up to the pieces until, we find his core piece. And his goal is, like I said, Tensei was just so sad when I killed when I ran off him. The anger in his face and everything. He was sad. Like I can't. It's something I can't. Be happy until you are dead. He does have his swords in there. And it's like who's gonna live? Like I said, who's gonna live? Me or you? Stab his sword in there. The vines are still going into still going into Shion. Now he tells Nigurami, to leave, get her and find the others, and she does leave. We just have Shion and the Zujin, and he says, "Yo, if we both die, I win. So I don't care anything else right now. You're going to die." And Nigurami does run, but she does have having this flashback where she's like, "Eric, she keeps on dying around me." And so she does see, an image of Zenji. Tensei's only one thing to do. She does go back and goes up to find Shion and saves him because, like I said, that Tensei was going to win. He was going to win if Shion was going to stay there. But Nigurami saved him. It's like, no, you're wrong. Tensei was smiling that, we got out of there. He wanted to keep us safe. He was happy. He was angry. He was happy to see both of us safe. This is what he wanted. This is what he wanted from us. And they just start crying. It's like, oh man, it's like a father-daughter relationship. And honestly, I forgot. Like, did we know why Duragami was a criminal? What was her past again? Did I understand season 1? Like, season 1 just was so long ago, I have to rewatch that. But yeah, like, she just seems like a very great person now. Granted, I know she didn't do anything physically wise, and I would like her to do more, but like, emotional wise, man, like I said, I like that out of the villains, right? The criminals, she definitely has the most heart. Like, you just wonder, like, yo, how is this, like, how does she a criminal? I don't understand that. But like I said, she truly cares for, she only calls him sensei. She cares for Tensei, even though, it was short-lived. Like, she is definitely the most hearted out of the criminals. That's the others don't have heart, but it's like, you see the kindness within them. You see the kindness most coming out of, Duragami, the fact that, she saves Shion just shows how much, she cares about him. It says, like, Shion was happy that we were able to survive, right? And it was a touching moment. Like I said, Shion was crying. It's like, I can't live, like, until this guy dies. Like, this was such an emotional episode. Like, honestly, I didn't care about the animation as much. I mean, I was caring about the animation, but, like, the story, like I said, leading us to it, but, like, as I got older, right, I'm not doing wrong. I love seeing, in cool ass fights, right? When the animation is great, but like, you also want to see the story between, a fight and the emotion. And like, this fight was telling a story. This fight was telling a story how Shion felt. And like I said, he couldn't feel anything until he avenged his apprentice's death. Like, this fight meant a lot to him. Like, this guy was crying and everything. I'm thinking to myself, yo, is she gonna next? I'm thinking to myself, yo, everyone's gonna survive this. Like, somebody's gonna die, but like, I was just so happy to see, Noragami save Shion, and they're both crying at the end. I'm like, damn, and this episode is just too much. This is one of my favorite episodes of the season. Like, don't be real, like, what Chobe, Tomo, and all those guys did just that was fire. But just the emotion, the story in this fight, it was a lot, man. I really, really enjoyed this episode. It was a sad episode. Like, part of me was crying a little bit. I had tears in my eyes a little bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I said. But Zujin does die. You see, his talisman, get crumbled up, and now Sagari sees Gabimaru's talisman, going away. So yeah, because last time we saw him, it was not letting go for Yoshihara and Gabimaru. So probably next episode we're gonna get back to that fight. So we'll see, man. But yeah, this was such a great episode, man. It really was. Very sad, but it was storytelling. Very story driven. So yeah, y'all let me know what you think about this episode right there, man. It's really, really good. Very, very emotional, great story. So yeah, folks. So anyways, folks, like the video, subscribe, and part of this family. Version comment below, and be sure to follow on social media accounts in the description box below. And always remember what you go say, everybody. There is no such thing as life failures. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.